Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Today I just want to quickly share that this week for me it was so different because I don't know, I felt all these energies and I needed to go a bit very slow with my days, and it did really help me to come back and be centered. And I was so open this week, and I was asking the universe to guide me, and just I did allow myself to be me, fully me. And it was such a beautiful experience, also painful and full of relief, because as I was open, and the energy of these weeks is showing me how I have to go inside and deal with the emotions which I suppressed most of my life. And it's so interesting that I had this aha moment, and more than ever, I am so grateful for everyone and everything that happened in my life, because anyone and everything happened, even the so-called bad things, it did happen just because it was matching my beliefs and how I started to think of who I am even as a child. And everything, every single situation what happened in my life, I realized that it was based on this belief, which is a lie. It was a lie. And it was amazing. It was so painful. And actually on Friday, when I had these moments through listening to a podcast, I was releasing so many pain, which was caused by an emotion and the way I think about few things. And my tears could not just stop falling down on my face. And it was such a beautiful experience. And also, I know that I promised that I am going to open up about my abortion, and I didn't quite know why I was not. Because when I do a video or anything I record is because I feel the call to do it, and every time I wanted to share my abortion, it just didn't resonate. That is not the time yet. And I know now why, because I first I wanted to share my abortion like a story, that how painful is that, and it is, and we still need to deal with it. And I am so open now even to help other women who go through this. But I want you to understand that when I talk about my abortion, it was just I did use that to keep me in a state of life what was matching my belief. So when I say abortion, maybe for me was the abortion, but maybe for you something else, so you can replace it and use this for any situation. So basically I was thinking that I couldn't forgive myself for years and years and years for my abortion. And I thought that it was related, that I just hate myself for doing that, and I just cannot forgive myself, and I started to blame everyone around me. But then I realized that it was not about the forgiveness, and it was not about the actual fact what I did, which was the abortion. It was that it needed to match with the frequency and the belief I believe since I remember I was a child, which was that nobody choose me. I am not lovable, and no one will choose me, and no one will love me. And I have many stories of my life, but I realized on Friday that when I was in a situation, I was doing the abortion, even then, I was so scared. I was so scared, and it was so painful. But the scarcity which I believed at that time, it was not truth. Because I thought that, oh my gosh, if I not doing the abortion, then I'm gonna lose the man. So I was even again pleasing someone other than looking into myself. And that pleasing myself was because I wanted to keep someone next to me. I wanted to win. I wanted to be chosen. And this kept me for years and years in a prison. And I strongly believe that the health issues I'm going through, it was the accumulation of my abortion, and even previously of my abortion, every single decision I made, which we can't really make a decision, because when we say we make a decision, it is a decision, but it is going to happen what needs to happen anyway. So, but everything from since I was a child, I believe that I'm not lovable, nobody loves me, and nobody will ever choose me. That did much all my life what I have done. And I forgave myself, and I used to blame everyone around me. I used to blame first the man, then I used to blame my mom that she was not willing to probably help me as much. She was helping my sisters, and then I did blame that how I'm gonna become a single mom, I won't cope with it, and everything. I did blame all the circumstances, and I forgot to ask myself that what I am really scared of, and is that a truth or a lie? And I realized that it was a lie, but I'm so grateful for it. And I don't want to justify what I did. I just know that this happened to awaken in me on this moment in time this feeling of truly healing myself, because only I can set myself free. And everything I was thinking about and everything I did, it was in my mind. It was words in my mind which I kept on repeating to myself until I believed it. And even if I am on this healing journey emotionally, spiritually, mentally for a long time, but it was never so clear as it's now. That is such a blessing for me, such a blessing. Everyone and everything who not left me, but I can't even say left me, who didn't choose me. Because obviously, if I'm talking about situationship and relationship I've been on, maybe I was left, but I knew it's happening. So that's why I couldn't even enjoy myself, because I knew that it is going to come to an end. And yeah, I'm so grateful for everyone and everything happened in my life. And I want you to think about the things which keeps your mind in prison, and just ask yourself, like, what do you remember when you think about those things? Because I want you to acknowledge that the emotion which is coming with it, and in that moment in time you feel that pain and rejection and jealousy and whatnot, it is real. But just know that it might not be true. And this is what this set me free on Friday. I was listening to Peter Crone podcast, and in that moment I had that aha moment that all my life I did live based on a lie which I believed was true when I was a child. And I know it's not going to end here, and as much work as I do on myself, I feel like I don't know nothing. And I'm so excited, and I know I kept on talking about to be in the present moment, but now I feel like, oh my gosh, this is a different kind of level of the present moment, because I promised myself on Friday night that from now on, based on my consciousness, and soon as I know that I lie to myself or I manipulate the situation, I'm going to stop and I will live an authentic life as possible, because I realize that I'm not here to be like someone else, to compete with someone else, to do everything, the kind of right things to be chosen. No, I don't need to be chosen, because I know I am love, I am my authentic self, and everything what's happening in my life is a gift. So this is what I wanted to share in the nutshells about my experience for this week, and it set me free, and I'm just so excited for the unknown and just to embrace who I am. And I do believe that now I did forgive myself and everyone else I was blaming for my abortion, and it was not related to abortion. That was just a mirror to match on that time my state of being and who I did believe I am. And of course, if I think about the motherhood, I always wanted to be a mom, but in my mind I wanted to be a mom who is loving and who loves the child unconditionally. And I still have a desire to be a mom, but I let the universe to show me which path I have to take or what kind of mom I am going to be. Maybe I'm going to be a spiritual mom for others. Maybe I'm going to adopt a child later. Maybe I am going to be a biological mother. I did let this go, because maybe one time I will purely talk about my abortion and my life, how was after the abortion, and what decisions I did made in my life, and how I was keeping even my body in prison, and also how I did set myself free. But that's I just wanted to share this week experiences. This was not just all about my abortion, but now I feel that I am ready to share, because until now the meaning of my abortion in my mind and in my body, it was something else. But now I'm just so grateful that I didn't share from a place of sadness and a manipulative way my story. So I hope this is going to help you, even though you are not facing an abortion, you're facing anything else, you can replace the abortion with something else. But just go deep inside in your mind and just make sure that what you're telling to yourself is truth. Because sometimes, and it took almost more than 4 decades for me to realize this, but I'm so grateful for it. Okay. And if you know anyone who is facing especially abortion, I have such a safe space for those people, and to share my story, to talk with them face to face. And I'm even going to do for 9 months, starting from August, I am going to do a meeting with only women who went through abortion, because I want to be there, to be this safe space where you can open up, because I know how painful that can be. And I want a beautiful community where we can share love and light and be there for each other, because at the end of the day we all want to feel valued, feel seen, feel loved. And we can do this for ourselves, but also it's amazing to open up and create a beautiful community. And I'm very grateful for you who listen to me. um, this means so much to me, and I would like, if these words you think will help someone, just share my contents and my videos with those who you really think they need to hear this. You can share this, and subscribe if you haven't done it yet, because that will help, my community to our community to grow. And I'm here for you if you need me. I send you so much love, and create a beautiful life moment by moment. And you can do this even in the most challenging time of your life. I am a true testimony of this, and I just love to enjoy every moment how it comes. And please do the same. I send you so much love. Mwah.